The Jussie Smollett hate crime hoax, just the latest in a string of fake crimes unfolding in the Trump era. But hoaxes go way back. Just ask Obama chief strategist David Axelrod.
In Chicago, there was an old tradition of throwing a brick through your own campaign office window and then calling a press conference to say that you'd been attacked.
Here to run us through some of the hate crime hoaxes making headlines, freelance journalist Andy No. So, Andy, you made a lot of news this week because you posted on your Twitter feed all of these hate crime hoaxes going back. There's just dozens and dozens of them. It really picked up, I think, right during the Trump election, but right even for that summer, all the death threats at these Jewish community centers across the country. Everybody blamed Trump supporters. The rise of Trump, this is what we were going to see if Trump were elected. What really happened with those threats, though?
The incident you're referring to was perpetrated by Juan Thompson, a black man who used to be a reporter with left-wing media outlet The Intercept. Now, he has, if you looked on his social media history, he expressed many racial grievances, and for whatever reason, he made many death threats to Jewish institutions across this country, and that was used to of course, the media used that to blame Trump for creating a so-called climate of anti-Semitism.
Right. So at this point in the summer of 2016, the media is already starting to foment the beginning of the Trump hate crime era, but it was a black journalist, not a Trump supporter, that was calling in these threats. And then November 2016, right after the election, they really start to percolate these hate crime hoaxes. South Philly neighborhood vandalized with pro-Trump, anti-black messages, Trump rules, black bitch spray painted onto cars and homes. That's just one example. What happened there?
Well, it was a black man who was responsible for that, and I think that particular incident highlights that not only are these hoaxes amoral, they're not really good liars. Nobody says Trump's rules, similar to like nobody would say this is MAGA country.
Yeah, I know. Some of these slogans, these things don't come out of the mouths of Trump supporters. Trump rules. This is MAGA country. I mean, alarm bells go off. I mean, I have dozens and dozens of, swastikas being painted, people writing the N-word all over things. And in case after case after case, these people are perpetrating hoaxes, and these are not Trump supporters that are doing it. We're not saying that hate crimes don't exist. They do, and they're horrific, and they should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. But fake crimes also need to be prosecuted. In your opinion, and you've studied this and you've seen this, psychologically, why do people commit hate crime hoaxes?
I have not studied this academically, but it's of my view that because I was in university not too long ago, and the prevailing ethos and culture there was that of grievance and victimhood. And I think what we're witnessing now is that this grievance ideology and victimhood culture has leaked out of the academe into mainstream society, culture, and politics. We're seeing it really as a cynical ploy being used particularly by some Democratic presidential hopefuls. I think it's emblematic of an illness in America where we are essentially worshiping victimhood. And I think the lesson to be learned is that to expect more of this, as long as skepticism and caution is demonized and that we are told over and over to always believe an alleged victim. Victims absolutely exist, but case after case, as we had in the past, we had Tawana Brawley.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this culture continuously rewards victims. They can be financially rewarded, awarded in academia, they get fame, everything. And the minute you question that, all hell rains down on you. And it's a sad state of affairs. All right, Andy, got to run. Thank you very much for your reporting.
My pleasure.